Hello students, so let us start with the preparations of aldehydes and ketones. As you can see, the preparation has been divided into three major categories. First is common preparation methods for both aldehydes and ketones. Then we will be learning preparations of aldehydes only, and then we will be learning preparations of ketones only. Now let us start with common preparation methods. See, here is the list of methods by which you can prepare aldehydes and ketones both. The first one is oxidation of alcohols. Second is dehydrogenation of alcohols. Third is ozonolysis of alkenes. Fourth is acid catalyzed hydration of alkynes. And next one is by hydrolysis of geminal dihalides. And the last one is using Grignard's reagent. Now let us see the first preparation method, which is oxidation of alcohols. Primary alcohol on oxidation with weak oxidizing agent such as PCC, which is pyridinium chlorochromate, gives aldehyde. This particular reaction you have already learned in your chapter number 11, that is alcohols, phenols and ethers. See, this is the equation. RCH2OH on oxidation with PCC is giving me aldehyde plus water. Now how this happened? As you can see in the expanded form of the equation, one hydrogen from carbon atom and one hydrogen from oxygen atom is being eliminated, and these two hydrogen atom along with oxygen leaves in the form of water molecule, and we know that removal of hydrogen is nothing but oxidation. Now this electron between oxygen and hydrogen shifts between these two carbon and oxygen atom, and hence we get a double bond between carbon and oxygen atom. So ultimately the primary alcohol gets converted into aldehyde. Now keep this in mind, this aldehyde has same number of carbon atom as your parent alcohol. आगे बढ़ते हैं, एग्जाम्पल लेते हैं इथेनॉल का. In ethanol also one hydrogen from oxygen and one hydrogen from carbon is eliminated and this bond electron shifts here. तो हमें क्या मिलता है? CH3C bond electron यहाँ आ गए, so there is a double bond, C double bond O H, CH3C double bond OH, which is ethanol, जिसको acetaldehyde भी कहा जाता है, and the water molecule is eliminated. Once again, let us take another example. This is benzyl alcohol. Benzyl alcohol, as you can see, is also a primary alcohol because carbon having OH group is connected with only one carbon, right? Now this benzyl alcohol once again on oxidation will give me aldehyde. But क्या याद रखना है? The number of carbons in the aldehyde should be equal to the number of carbons in the original alcohol. So benzyl alcohol में से एक हाइड्रोजन कार्बन से हटाओ, एक हाइड्रोजन ऑक्सीजन से हटाओ, और क्या बन जाएगा? कार्बन और ऑक्सीजन के बीच में डबल बॉन्ड, and we will get benzaldehyde. If you use strong oxidizing agents such as K2Cr2O7 in presence of sulfuric acid or KMnO4, then the aldehyde which is formed oxidizes into carboxylic acid. But we don't want carboxylic acid, we want aldehyde. So you have to continuously remove the aldehyde which is formed during the reaction. Okay, now let us see the preparation of ketone. See, secondary alcohol on oxidation gives ketone. This you have also learned in your chapter number 11. See, this is the structure of a secondary alcohol, RCHOH R'. The OH containing carbon is attached with two carbon atoms. So this is a secondary alcohol. Secondary alcohol on oxidation with K2Cr2O7 in presence of sulfuric acid. What happens here also? As you can see, one hydrogen from oxygen atom and one hydrogen from carbon atom has been removed in the form of water molecule. And this bond electron will once again shift between carbon and oxygen atom, and we will get this carbonyl group, and ultimately you will get this ketone. Okay, so keep this in mind. Secondary alcohol on oxidation gives ketone and primary alcohol on oxidation gives aldehyde. ठीक है, अब देखिए एग्जाम्पल ले लेते हैं. प्रोपेन 2-ऑल. As you can see, propane 2-ऑल is a secondary alcohol. What happens on oxidation? Hydrogen from oxygen and hydrogen from carbon has been removed, and a double bond has to be placed between carbon and oxygen, and we get propanone. Okay, now let us take one more example. Cyclohexanol. Cyclohexanol, as you can see here, the carbon having OH group is attached with two carbon atoms, this above one and this below one, right? Now see, on oxidation what happens is the hydrogen from oxygen atom and from this carbon atom one hydrogen is been removed and a double bond is placed between this carbon and this oxygen, and we get cyclohexanone, as you can see in this structure. So let us see the second common preparation method, which is by dehydrogenation of alcohols. Dehydrogenation is very similar to oxidation, but dehydrogenation is carried out with copper metal at 573 Kelvin temperature. See, this is a primary alcohol, RCH2OH. Primary alcohol on treatment with copper metal at 573 Kelvin temperature, what happens is one hydrogen atom from carbon and one hydrogen atom from oxygen gets eliminated in the form of hydrogen molecule, and that is why this process is known as dehydrogenation. Okay, now this electron between oxygen and hydrogen shifts between carbon and oxygen, and once again we get a double bond between carbon and oxygen, giving us aldehyde. So primary alcohol on dehydrogenation gives aldehyde. Let us take an example. See, here I have given you an example of ethanol. Ethanol CH3CH2OH on treatment with copper metal at 573 Kelvin once again loses hydrogen molecule, one hydrogen atom from carbon, one hydrogen atom from oxygen, and hydrogen molecule gets eliminated. And this bond electron shifts between carbon and oxygen, giving us acetaldehyde. Okay. When secondary alcohol is treated with copper metal at 573 Kelvin, once again it loses one hydrogen from carbon atom, one hydrogen from oxygen atom, and hydrogen gas gets eliminated. The bond electron between oxygen and hydrogen shifts between carbon and oxygen, giving us a double bond. Hence, secondary alcohol on dehydrogenation gives ketone. Let us see the example, propane 2-ol. This is the structure CH3CHOH-CH3. Okay, now in case of propane 2-ol on treatment with copper metal at 573, one hydrogen from carbon, one hydrogen from oxygen gets eliminated in the form of hydrogen gas, and the bond electron shifts between carbon and oxygen, giving us a ketone which is known as propanone. So let us see the third common preparation method, which is ozonolysis of alkenes. This particular reaction you have already learned in your 11th standard. See, alkene on treatment with ozone undergoes addition of O3 into carbon double bond carbon. How? Let us have a look. See, two carbon atoms are now connected by one oxygen atom from the top and two oxygen atoms at the bottom. Okay, so this type of ozonoid derivative is formed. Now this ozonoid derivative on treatment with zinc metal in presence of water molecule undergoes cleavage of bonds. देखिए ये पूरा ozonoid derivative जो है वो highly unstable बन जाता है और इसमें bonds जो हैं वो सारे टूटने लग जाते हैं. So देखिए कैसे bonds की cleavage होती है. This lower bond shifts between this carbon and oxygen, and this upper bond shifts between this carbon and oxygen. Okay, so we are left with one single oxygen atom which leaves with water in the form of H2O2. Okay, and this bond will shift between carbon and oxygen, giving you carbon double bond oxygen over here, and this upper bond shifts between this carbon and oxygen, giving you carbon and oxygen bond here. Okay, so now let us understand this entire reaction with the help of a example. See, here I have given you an example of but2ene, CH3 single bond CH double bond CH single bond CH3. but2ene on ozonolysis gives ozonoid. अब देखिए ये ozonoid कैसे बनता है. What you are supposed to do is you are supposed to break both the bonds between these two carbon atoms. Okay, now once you break both the bonds you are supposed to add O3 atoms. कैसे? सबसे पहले तो you will add one oxygen atom at the top and two oxygen atoms at the bottom. So you will make this ozonoid structure. Now this ozonoid on reaction with zinc and water becomes highly unstable. So it undergoes cleavage of bonds. As you can see, this lower bond shifts between this carbon and oxygen atom, and this upper bond shifts between this carbon and oxygen atom. Okay, so this oxygen which is left moves with H2O to give you H2O2. Now since this bond has shifted here you get carbon double bond oxygen. तो हमारी क्या प्रोडक्ट मिलती है? CH3C double bond OH, that is acetaldehyde. Okay, यहाँ पे भी क्या प्रोडक्ट मिलेगी? This bond has shifted here, so you get carbon double bond oxygen, so you get product CH3C double bond OH. वापस से acetaldehyde जिसको ethanol भी बोलते हैं, and hence ethanol is the final product of the ozonolysis of but2ene. Now let us see another example, which is 2-methyl but2ene. So this is the structure, 2-methyl, second carbon पे methyl group, and this is but2ene. Now 2-methyl but2ene again under ozonolysis gives ozonoid. अब ये ozonoid हम कैसे बनाएंगे? वापस come here, break the two bonds. Okay, once you break the two bonds, connect the upper end of the two carbons by one oxygen atom and connect the lower ends of the two carbon atoms by two oxygen atoms. So you get this ozonoid. Now this ozonoid, pay attention over here, on reaction with zinc and water once again becomes highly unstable. So what happens? वापस से the lower bond shifts here and the upper bond shifts here. So जैसे ही lower bond यहाँ shift होता है you get carbon double bond oxygen. तो हमारी पहली प्रोडक्ट क्या मिलेगी? CH3C double bond OH. CH3C double bond OH. See, यहाँ पे क्या होएगा? On this side, this upper bond shifts between once again carbon and oxygen. So you get carbon double bond oxygen, and this product is CH3C double bond O CH3, which is acetone or propanone, and this additional oxygen leaves with water in the form of H2O2. So basically this is the process by which you can prepare both aldehyde as well as ketone. So let us see the fourth method, which is acid catalyzed hydration of alkynes. Terminal alkynes on treatment with dilute sulfuric acid in presence of HgSO4 gives unstable enol form by addition of water, according to which rule? Markov-Nikov rule. Okay, now let us see the equation. See, this is a terminal alkyne, RC triple bond CH, terminal alkyne on reaction with dilute sulfuric acid in presence of HgSO4, it gives this enol form, in which you get RCOH double bond CHH. This is the enol form. Okay, now this enol form rearranges itself to give you methyl ketone. Now how this particular reaction happens? Let us see. See, once again I have written the same terminal alkyne, RC triple bond CH plus water. As I told you earlier, it undergoes addition of water according to Markov-Nikov rule. So let us take alkyne and add water according to which rule? Mark rule. Now you know that Mark rule states हाइड्रोजन कहाँ पे जाएगा? जहाँ पे ऑलरेडी ज़्यादा हाइड्रोजन है. So rich becomes rich. So this hydrogen will go to this carbon atom and this OH will go to this carbon atom. And this is how addition of water will occur. So we will get this particular product. See, RCOH connected with this carbon, then double bond, then hydrogen connected to this carbon. So we get this enol form. Now this enol form rearranges itself in this way that the OH bond electron shifts between carbon and oxygen, and this carbon double bond carbon electron shifts on this carbon, and the H plus released by this oxygen now gets attached to this carbon to give you methylated ketone. Okay. Now let us take an example. See, here I have given you an example of propyne. Propyne, which is CH3C triple bond CH. On reaction with dilute H2SO4 and HgSO4, it undergoes addition of water by which rule? Once again Markov-Nikov rule. Rich becomes rich, hydrogen shifts on this carbon, OH shifts on this carbon, and we get this enol form. Now this enol form undergoes rearrangement. The OH bond electron shifts between carbon and oxygen, carbon-carbon electron shifts on this carbon, and H plus release gets attached on this carbon. So we get CH3 as it is, C double bond O, and H shifts here, so CH3. So we get propanone. Okay, is this clear? So we get propanone. So let us learn another example, which is Hex1 ine. Hex1 ine on reaction with dilute H2SO4 in presence of HgSO4 once again will undergo addition of water according to Markov-Nikov rule. So OH will enter on this carbon and H will enter on this carbon. Why? Because rich becomes rich. So you get hydrogen over here and OH with the second carbon. Okay, so this is the enol which you get. Now this enol once again will rearrange itself. This oxygen hydrogen electron will shift between carbon and oxygen, so you will get double bond here, so C double bond O, and this electron carbon carbon double bond electron will shift on this carbon atom, so there will be a negative charge and the H plus which is released will connect with this carbon, so you will get CH3. वापस से OH बॉन्ड के इलेक्ट्रॉन कार्बन और ऑक्सीजन के बीच में शिफ्ट होने से you will get C double bond O, and this electron will shift on carbon and H plus released will join the carbon atom. So you will get CH3 CH2 4 times C double bond O CH3, which is hexane 2 on. So let us learn the fifth common preparation method, which is by hydrolysis of geminal dihalides. So what are geminal dihalides? When two halogen atoms are present on same carbon atom, then these type of halides are known as geminal dihalides. Now let us take an example over here. 1,1 dichloroethane. As you can see in the structure, CH3, CH, Cl, Cl. Both the halogen atoms are present on the same carbon atom, and hence it is an example of geminal dihalide. Now when this geminal dihalide is treated with KOH aqueous, it undergoes nucleophilic substitution, and hence both the Cl nucleophile gets replaced by OH nucleophile, as you can see in this product, right? Now here, as you can see, two OH groups are present on single carbon atom, which is not going to form a stable product, as we already know. So water molecule will be eliminated from here, and this oxygen hydrogen bond electron will shift between carbon and oxygen, and you will get ethanol as the product. Okay, now let us take another example. This is an example of 2,2 dichloropropane. Okay, now when it is treated with aqueous KOH, once again nucleophilic substitution occurs. Cl will be replaced by OH. Here also Cl will be replaced by OH, and a single carbon containing two OH group is not going to form a stable product. So water gets eliminated, and this oxygen hydrogen bond electron shifts between carbon and oxygen, and we get double bond over here. So what is the product? CH3, C, oxygen hydrogen bond electron has shifted, so double bond O, and then CH3. So we will get final product as propanone. So let us learn the last common preparation for aldehydes and ketones, which is using Grignard's reagent. We know that when you react Grignard reagent with HCN, what will happen? Between carbon and nitrogen, nitrogen being more electronegative will attract the shared pair on itself, and hence will gain partial negative charge, and carbon will gain partial positive charge. In case of Grignard reagent, we already know that MgX part is partially positive and alkyl group is partially negatively charged. Now this negative part attacks on positively charged carbon, and MgX part attaches itself to the negatively charged nitrogen atom. So what are we going to get? We are going to get HC, R minus has attached itself to carbon plus, so we will get HCr, then double bond N, so double bond N, and this MgX part has attached itself to nitrogen, so we will get NMgX. Now this particular product, upon hydrolysis, what happens is the MgX part gets one OH and nitrogen gets H. So this leaves as MgOHX and nitrogen gains one H. Now, once again, this doubly bonded carbon and nitrogen also undergoes hydrolysis, and hence this carbon gains oxygen and nitrogen gains 2 hydrogen. So nitrogen leaves total with 3 hydrogen, and hence we get NH3, MgOHX and R C double bond OH, aldehyde. Okay. Now, so let us see the reaction between Grignard reagent and alkyl nitriles. Now, in case of alkyl nitriles, you already know nitrogen being more electronegative will attract the pi electron on itself and will gain partial negative charge, and the carbon will gain partial positive charge. In case of Grignard reagent, once again we already know that MgX part is partially positive and alkyl part is partially negative. So this negative part attaches itself to carbon and this MgX part attaches itself to nitrogen, and we wind up with this intermediate product. Now this intermediate product upon hydrolysis undergoes addition of water in this particular way, where MgX part gains OH and leaves as MgOHX. One hydrogen is added on this side to the nitrogen atom, and this carbon double bond nitrogen also gets hydrolyzed by this way, and two hydrogens are added to nitrogen and one oxygen is added to carbon. So we get what? R dash as it is C double bond O and R, which is your ketone, then NH3 and MgOHX. So these are the 6 different methods by which you can prepare both aldehyde and ketone. So in the next video, we will be learning the methods by which you can only prepare aldehydes.